Hello people, welcome back to another video. I'm still sick, which is not surprising. And today we're going to be going over a lot of Rocket League mechanics. I've had a couple people ask me on how to do certain stuff, which I'll try and cover my best in this video, which I've not played at all today, so this is going to be fun. So I'm going to try my best to try and teach you guys on how to do some certain mechanics, which I've not played in a couple of days, so it's going to be a little hard for me to explain. So without any further ado, let us get started with the ground mechanics. So for the ground mechanics, so I've had a lot of people ask me how I speed flip, which is a hard mechanic to learn, which some people think it's an easy mechanic, but it's actually a little bit hard to master, which I don't think I've mastered speed flipping yet, but I'm getting there as we speak. So speed flipping is just basically doing this and then just trying to cancel out the flip using your arrow like this. Like this, or like this. And for me, I speed flip with my left arrow. So that's how I speed flip, is with my left arrow. So that is that. And yeah, so just basically all you need to do is just try and like diagonal flip like this. Right after doing that, you try and tilt your joystick either left or right, depending on which arrow you use. Try and tilt your joystick downwards with right or left arrow. The reason why I say this is because my arrow button is a lot different from Muscula's arrow button. Mine is square, so I hold down square to arrow, which is weird for a lot of people, but I do that. I think this is like the default Rocket League controls, like, but back in the day, this was like the default, but I got used to it, so basically, yeah, so that's mainly it for speed flipping. It's just like this, and then just try not to do that. So, the next mechanic we're going to be talking about, it's not really a ground mechanic, but it's worth mentioning in this part. Stalls. Stalls is just this. That's a stall. So basically, stalls is just to stop mid-air, which is pretty hard to master, which I think I have it pretty much mastered. Like this. Like, oh, that wasn't a stall. Yeah, that's a stall. So basically, what you're going to want to do is set your keybind for either your left or right joystick to left or right arrow. By doing this, which my controls are with arrow left is my left joystick. Basically, for my controls, you want to tilt your joystick right while pressing down on it like this. And that's how you tornado roll. Or you could do the exact opposite and do this. Which this will not make you do stalls, by the way. So this can make you stall, though. Basically just do what I said, do this, and then just press your jump button, which is, for me, or what's going on? My bad. But jump for me is X. So try and just press X while doing that, and you'll be good to go. And yep, so that's stalling. Next up on the list is ground dribbling. Ground dribbling can be hard for some people, but for me it's really easy. So just ground dribbling is just trying to like you try and make the ball go towards your car like this. Like this. Try and hit the ball like this. And then you kind of keep your car's movement kind of the same with the ball's movement. And that's how you ground dribble. Like this. Now, people are asking me how to do my flicks. Now, there's a lot of different types of flicks. There's a mustard. There's a breezy. There's a 180. There's a standard flick. There's a lot of different types of flicks. There's a side flick, and yeah. So, I'll try and go over the ones that are necessary. Like the mustards in the 180s. And I think the standard ones are kind of necessary too, but I don't think breezies are that necessary, I'm not gonna lie. But, yep, so for mustards, you're gonna want to try and get the ball on top of your car like usual, like this, and then try and tilt your car either like this, to do that, like this, like that, or do this. Which, that's how I do mine. Like this. Like that. So basically, for that's just mainly all you gotta do, is just try and to your car either this way or this way. Which, that was not a mustard. Hold on, I'm trying. That was a bad mustard, but yeah, that's how you do a mustard flick. Okay, that's how you do a mustard flick. Now it's time for the 180 flicks. These flicks are a bit hard to master, but can be very easy once mastered. These I almost have mastered, but not quite yet. So for mustards, or no, sorry, for 180s, you're going to want to have the ball, once again, on top of your car like this. Try and have the ball more towards your front of the car, like this. And just try and do, like, this kind of movement, like this. And just dribble, this, and like that. Like this, dribble, do that, and then try and flick the car like that. So I did it. Alright, hold on a minute. So I jump and then try and do that. Yep, and that's how you do 180s in Rocket League. Now, I'm not the type of guy to do like chain dashes while ground dribbling, which that's like a really hard thing to master. Like, very few people know how to do it. So, yeah, so that's something, at least. So, yeah. So now, we're gonna move on to the standard flicks, which is just like this. Or like this. Or like that. So basically, for the standard flicks, what I would recommend trying to focus on is things like this, like do like this, or like try and do flicks like this. And yeah, and you're basically good to go. You just try to keep the ball on top of your car like so, and then try to like do like a standard flick like this. Like dribble, and then just try to do it, and see, yeah, and you're good. See, yep, that's that. So now, what I'm gonna want you to do now is try and do bounce dribbling, which is like this. So try and keep the ball like that, keep it like that, and like try and like kind of bounce the ball, kind of between like dribbling. Is basically what I want you to do. Like this, like bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, so that's how to do some bounce dribbling. Is just try and get the ball to the side of your car, which is like this, like bounce, bounce, bounce. And yeah, you're good. So the reason why I want you to do that is that's a really good thing to do in like ranked games. Reason being is because that is sorry, that's a really good thing to try and fake people and trying to like kind of try and just basically try and ground dribble and bounce dribble to try and like fake people and see how it works out for you. And that's it for bounce dribbling. Now another thing I'm wanting you guys to learn is to half flip. Half flipping is really easy in my opinion, and like most players can half flip. Basically a half flip is you see the back flip like this, and then while back flipping, tilt your joystick upward to cancel it like this, or sorry, like this, or like that. Then right after doing that, try and arrow so that your wheels land on the ground like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. Now half flips can be led to certain aerial things like this, like try to like you get the ball up in the air, like hold on, I kind of want to do this, like do that and like try and like go up in the air like that. So yeah, that's it for that. So now there's two more things that are not really necessary. No, there's actually three things. One is to power slide. Power sliding is probably one of the most important things in the game. So basically, power sliding is just this. The reason why this is important is because this can be used in many different types of recoveries, like this, like try and like you're trying to do like this and that, and like just different types of recoveries, kind of based off of power slides. So like this and yes, those just many types of recoveries based off of power slide. And power slide makes them like 10 times easier is basically what I'm saying. Sorry, y'all. Now I want you guys to try and learn chain dashes, which can kind of go with power sliding. Chain dashes can kind of be like recovering, but it's not really recovering. Chain dashes can be on the wall, kind of on the ground. It can kind of even be on the ceiling at some points. So basically, chain dashes is just basically like this and like doing like this and like hold on, like this and this and this and that, and yeah. So basically, chain dashes, you can want to hold down power slide and try and tilt your car like this or like this. And like right before you hit the ground, try and flip forward like this, backwards like this, or sideways like this and like that. So yep, that's it for that. Now there's two more mechanics I want you guys to know. Wave dashes is kind of what chain dash is based off of, which is like this. That's a wave dash. This is 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 a wave dash. Now, there's many types of wave dashes. There's like this and that kind of wave dash, wall wave dashes, and there's types of wave dashes, and you could even wave dash on the ceiling, which is a really hard thing to do, but is definitely possible. So like this, wave dash onto the ceiling. Hold on a minute. Try and wave dash onto the ceiling like that, and then yeah. So that's that. Now, one more thing I want you guys to learn that isn't really practical is wall dashes. Wall dashes is talking about what I just did. It's just this. These are wall dashes. Those are wall dashes. They're really hard to do, but basically, you just want to try and like, how do I explain? So, you try and like side dash, kind of like into the wall like this, like this, like bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, and yeah. So basically, how to get started is to try and like you do them like right here, and like you just try and do them like on the corners like this, like do them like that, or like this. Do them on the corner like this, and yeah. That's how to wall dash. Now, one that I've not mentioned, which is not useful at all, is horse dashes, which is this. Is like this. Oh, I'm gonna try and do some. Which is kind of like that. Like this and that, and yeah. I'm so sorry. Horse dashes. I'm not really good at horse dashes, so you guys might want to go onto a different YouTube tutorial about it, and see, yeah. So that's that for horse dashes. Now it's time for the air mechanics. These are probably the hardest ones on the list of types of mechanics. There's many types of air mechanics. There's air dribble, ceiling shots, resets, redirects, and psychos, and like pogos, different types of stuff. So basically, let's start off with the air dribble. The air dribble is really simple. So basically, what I want you guys to do is try to practice your air control. So just try and like move your car towards the net, like this. Try and do like this and like this, and just try and keep some air control and just try and practice that. Once you're done practicing that, try and do it while with the ball. So they'll just try and go onto the wall, jump, and try and keep your car underneath the ball like this. So just try and like keep your car like this, and like this, and yeah. And that's how you air dribble. Now with the fancy air dribbles, what you're gonna want to do is try and do the exact same as last time, but with air roll. So just try and keep your air control with air roll like this, and like try and do that. Now there's a thing that I've made on the channel called the Pogo Challenge. That can help a lot with air control, so just try and practice that, and you'll be fine. And just in case if you guys don't know how to pogo, just try and land on the ground with one of your four corners on the car, like this. Like, try and land like that, and like this, and yeah. So that's the pogo. Now, going back to air dribbling, like before, you try and keep your car underneath the ball and try and do that. So like this. Like, just try and like move your car towards the ball, but like try and keep your car under the ball, like so. Like, try and do like this and that and reset. No, I can't do a reset, but yep. And that's how to air dribble, which I am not the best at explaining things, but still, that's just how I do air dribbles and stuff like that. So basically, next up are the ceiling shots. These, in my opinion, are actually kind of easier than air dribbles, but that's on you guys to choose, not me. So basically, what you're wanting to do is try and hit the ball towards the ceiling like this, and to try and go onto the ceiling. There are two ways of doing this. One is to drive onto the ceiling like that, or jump onto the ceiling like this. Now that is a little bit easier in my opinion, but but for you new players, try and drive onto the ceiling like this. Try and hit the ball as close to the ceiling as you can, and just try and do your thing. Now, how to do certain shots, like just a basic ceiling shot, is to just try and keep your car like this, and just try and keep your car like kind of under the ball and try to do the flip like that. So they'll just do that, you go to the ceiling, try and go right there, and yeah. Now, for trying to aim it, that's a little bit harder to do, which I can't really go into full detail, but just try and practice your shots, and maybe try and score a double tap, which those I might explain here in a couple minutes, is how to do the double taps. So basically that's really it for ceiling shots. Just try and keep your car underneath the ball when trying to like hit it regularly. That's how you do it. Now, it's time for flip resets. These, in my opinion, are probably the hardest air mechanic in the game. But resets is like this. To try and get the ball in your car. And then, yeah. Alright, so it's hard to explain, but basically try and make your car kind of fall toward, or sorry, try and make the ball kind of fall towards your car like this, and you'll be perfectly fine. That's how you mainly do your air dribbles too. So basically, for resets, try and keep your car facing downwards, so like this. To keep your car like this, we're trying to go for resets like this. Like, just try and go for resets like this, like, and then like this, and then like this. So it's hard to explain, but you just try and let the ball kind of fall towards your car, and then try and like half a second before you actually get the reset, tilt your car like this, and then you should be good to go. Now, these kind of freestyles require a lot of air control. And air control, it can be practiced with air dribbles, which are these. These are air dribbles. That hit the ceiling, dang. But yeah. And yeah, so that's mainly how to do resets. Now, if you guys are wondering how to do double resets and triple resets, I cannot do those. I can just do regular resets. But basically, for me, trying to do double resets, try and flip your car toward your ball like that, and then yeah, just try and go on from there. Is just basically how to do a double reset, is like that. Now, double touches. These can be hard for some types of people, but these can be kind of easy too. So basically, these are just trying to make the ball hit the backboard and right back into your net, like this. Or I'm gonna try and do it on this attempt. I can't do it. But basically, try and like do it like this. That's a double tap. That was kind of a triple tap, but like this. That was kind of like a triple tap. But, yeah. So basically, what I'm wanting you guys to do is try and keep your car distance from the backboard. So, when trying to go for the double taps, try and keep your car like this far away from the backboard. So like this. So I'm gonna try and make it like this, and then that's not a double tap, but I'm trying to score double quick. Do a mustard? No, I can't. But yeah, so basically just try and keep your distance when trying to do them, and you can try and like do that. How to angle your car is try and have your car a bit above the ball, so that you can hit the ball downwards like this, like that. And so yeah, so that's how to do double taps. And that's really it for air mechanics. For psychos and stuff, I can't really teach you guys how to do that. But yeah, that's mainly it for that. Let's go on for the pinches. Here we go. Time for pinches. Now, pinches are a easy mechanic in Rocket League, in my opinion. And the first pinch I'll be teaching you guys how to do is the ground pinch, which is this. You gotta go up the wall, go on the ceiling, and then just try and hit the ball towards the net like a pinch, like this. So just do that. Keep air momentum, and then just do that. And that's a ground pinch. So, for ground pinches, you just mainly have to have your car kind of at the back of the ball, like right there. I just kind of do like a front flip into the ball, like this. Like, just try and do like that first. Like these type of pinches, like this. Like, try and do like ceiling. And do like those pinches. Those pinches can be fast, but for the people who have a lot of air control, try and do pinches like this. Gotta go to the ceiling, let the ball bounce, and then try and flip like that. Those type of pinches can go ridiculously fast, and they are a little harder to do, but they are kind of worth learning. And yeah, that's mainly how to do ground pinches. Go wall, ceiling, boost down towards the ball, and pinch. That's how you do them. Now it's time for the ceiling pinches. These are probably the hardest pinch to do in the game, which is, right, here's a ceiling pinch. That's a ceiling pinch. Oh, so close. But that's a ceiling pinch. It is the hardest pinch of the game to pull off, and is hard to master. I have not mastered this at all, as you can see. These are really hard to do, and yeah. I'm trying to do one that's not a ceiling pinch. All I will recommend you guys is try and keep your ball right next to your ball like that. And try and gain as much speed as possible when trying to do these. Is basically all I'm trying to say. So yeah. Is just that. So for Coxer pinches, which is like this. This is a Coxer pinch. Coxer pinches are like one of the hardest pinches to do in the game. Like probably like the third hardest in my opinion. Coxer pinches is just basically you can just pinch the ball right up against the wall like so. Try and flip into the ball like that. Now, Coxer pinches, mainly you just want to have to tilt your car like this, and like kind of do that. So just kind of practice doing that, like this, and then that, and then do like this, and then that, and then go back here, this, and then that. Okay, and now try it with the ball, so like this. So try and do it with the ball now, like that. That was a bad Coxer, but here, like this. Now, all I'm going to say is that what you're wanting to do is try and either side flip, like this, or front flip into the ball, like this. That's how you side flip, or front flip into the ball. So, now you're just wanting to learn how to arrow. For the right wall, try and arrow right, like this. Or hold on. Like, that's how I can set up. Like this. Like that. And for the left wall, arrow left. Like that. And that's mainly it for Coxer pinches. Now, there's one more pinch that's not really known, but can be dangerous and very helpful. Is the post pinches. Post pinches are actually really difficult to pull off. Basically, you guys just have to pinch the ball up against your post, which I've never done these personally, but I'm going to try and do one. It's like this. Like that. Now, what you're wanting to do is try and make that pinch go into the other net, so like this. So like trying to pinch it up against the post and try and make it go towards the other net, which I'm very bad at, but I can try my best to do it. I'm very bad at post pinches, but it's okay though. So yeah, so that's mainly it for this video. This video only took like around like 40 minutes, and I hope you guys learn a bit from this video. And I hope you guys can now know how to do a bunch of new mechanics. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always stay into the galaxy. Goodbye, everybody.
PlayStation